Mr. Mike, let us know if you can hear us.
Nobody wants to miss your smiling faces, I'm sure.
Yeah, right.
He says you are. Oh
yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Jay.
Hi. Hey, Jay. Hi. 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 Doctor. This is madness. This is.
Mommy and Daddy are yelling again.
What's an Eiffel Tower, stupid?
Playing with my tits.
No, fuck your opening.
Just bunghole bunny.
It's really a bad idea not to talk about those things, not to really have some kind of dialogue about what's going on.
Whatever shall we talk about?
Hi, and welcome to Pokin with a Stick podcast for September 22nd, 2018. Happy fall. Today
Happy
is
fall.
Oh, yeah. Happy fall.
The autumn. No.
It sounds like we're telling everybody to have a good fall.
Yeah.
Like fall down at home, you know.
Fall down the steps, bitch.
Right.
Where was the most unusual place you've ever fallen over?
Let me think about that for a minute.
Unusual place? I don't know about unusual. But...
I come close, but I've usually got other people around to help hold me up. I do remember falling, going up the stairs into a bar, going out for drinks, but surprise, we had been pre-drinking.
Oh, no, not you.
No, never. And we were going upstairs, and I had on cowboy boots, and it was an old building here in Sacramento with really short style stairs where you essentially can't put your whole foot on the stair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with the boots on, you know, my foot's a little longer, taking up more of the step. So I'm trying to make sure my heel gets planted on the step, and I picked my foot up, and they had a heavy lip on the front edge of the each step. And when I picked my foot up, I just my forward momentum, like my knee went down.
Ouch.
So, and I remember the bouncer at the bottom going, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And my buddy that was there with me, he was a pretty big burly guy, and he just like grabbed me by like the shoulder, you know, like under my arm, and just like picked me up and kept me moving. So I had a bruise on the back of my shoulder the next day. So
it's always good to
where he'd yeah, no, he was you know, he was a nice guy. So but,
that leads me to my first question for you.
What's up, babe? Martin just came in here and gave me a kiss, but I don't know why.
Okay.
He said just a random kiss. So okay.
Going upstairs.
You do not like scotch, but you do like bourbon, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. I watch Late Night with Seth Meyers, and Matthew, McConaughey? Matthew McConaughey was on, and he teamed up with one of the bourbon companies. I don't remember which one offhand. I'm not going to look it up. And they came up with a new bourbon that really sounded good, just the way he was describing. But of course, he was there to sell it. It's called Long Branch.
Yep.
So, you haven't tried it?
I haven't tried it, but I've heard of it, and my first instinct is to say that it's why he teamed up with.
It's what?
Wild Turkey, I think.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Okay.
I knew if somebody said it, I would know it, but yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's funny because I'm not a Wild Turkey fan. I mean, it's not great bourbon historically, but apparently they are doing all kinds of designer bourbons now that are aged longer and you know, significantly more focused on flavor and taste and all that than what they used to do. So I'm interested in trying one of the newer ones.
I wanted to try it too next time I get to.
No, don't be led astray. Do not be led astray.
Hi, Toppy.
Hey, how's it going, Toppy?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Jay.
You don't think high-end Wild Turkey is any better than?
No, I think it's fake stuff. You know, when they start all that flavoring, you know that they're trying to put something over on you.
Well, it's as far as I know, it's not like flavored with anything. I'm saying like they're the natural flavors of bourbon. Like they're focusing more on that rather than. I did hear recently somebody had made a coffee bourbon. And I want to look for it because I love coffee. So that sounds like it could be good if it's done right. But
that does sound kind of good.
That does sound good.
You know, I'm just warning you all about putting gummy bears in your drinks and stuff.
I don't do that nonsense. That's like those Smirnoff. Smirnoff has all these different flavored vodkas, like birthday cake flavor. I was like, who the fuck drinks this shit? Like, but apparently somebody does.
If you put it, I think a lot of times it's used for mixed drinks, you know, and people want really. I mean, we usually put really sweet mixers with our, you know, drinks, our liquors, and so a lot of people who like vodka, you know, like all the flavored vodkas are really popular because maybe it takes a little less mixer, so you can get a little more vodka in there.
Well, I mean, the only one I've tried that I really liked was the Grey Goose pear vodka.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
That one's really good. Yeah.
So
I think there's some other good ones too, but it's, you know, there's a ton of them, so it kind of depends on what your flavor palette is.
I tried one of the cheaper ones had a pear vodka too, and it was horrible. It was just I don't remember what it was. I don't remember who it was, but
a pear vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had Grey Goose Peach as well, and that one's good. You know, but again, Grey Goose is a higher end vodka than, you know, your cheap shit. Like, I don't like the Smirnoff chocolate vodka. It's like milk chocolate, syrupy, sweet kind of taste.
No.
Yeah. And yet I've got one that's made by New Distillery up in Oregon, and it is a chocolate vodka, but they call it it's called Puddle of Mud, and it's a dark chocolate cocoa vodka.
So
you know, it's got a really nice chocolatey flavor, but it's not the syrupy sweet.
Yeah, Jay, you know what I'd do with that? I'd pour that over vanilla ice cream. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You know what I do with it is I make espresso martinis out of it. That have I use a little vanilla vodka, a little of the chocolate vodka, and then a shot of espresso. Why am I blanking on the other one? Kahlua. Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's a delicious drink, and it's pretty much all alcohol. So hey,
you know what?
Who doesn't like that?
That would sound good on ice cream too.
Yeah. Those heavy liqueurs like amaretto and Kahlua and stuff, you know, drizzle that over vanilla ice cream, and you'll have oh my god.
Yeah, delicious. I mean, ice cream's good all by itself, and then you just add a little splash of something to make it extra good.
No. Well,
so that's. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jay.
I was gonna actually ask Gavin if I had answered his bourbon question. I can't talk.
I was curious if you had tried it or heard of it. But
yeah,
I haven't. Maybe I'll like pick up a bottle like sometime this week, and I'll wait. I'll wait until you get a bottle, and then we'll.
My challenge is I don't go to a liquor store all that often because I tend to get my liquor from Costco. They have a good selection, and they've got bourbons and ryes, which are typically what I like, and they're so well priced compared to anything else.
You can't do that in New York State because we got to have our liquor stores, and our liquor got to be in our liquor stores. That's
separate. Like Costco can't sell liquor.
Well, we don't even have Costco's around here, but no store can sell liquor unless you're a liquor store.
Are your liquor stores privately owned?
Yeah, they are. It's not like Canada, you know.
Now, wait, New York City used to have liquor in the. Oh no, they didn't have liquor; they had beer.
Probably beer and wine.
I think your average grocery store can have beer and wine, but no liqueur.
Oh.
Yeah, it's always interesting when I've traveled to different places, and I haven't been to that many, but some states are, you go into a grocery store and you don't even see beer and wine. You have to go to a special state, whatever, supervised or state run, store or location to get any of your beer and wine or liquor. So.
Well, they want you to be a productive member of society and not drinking booze all the time.
I guess California doesn't give a shit.
Not really.
You know what?
Jersey has certain laws. They literally, you have to go to a state-run liquor store to buy. We call them state stores. They don't have like liquor stores in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Jersey, you're not allowed to have it in the supermarket. Yet our ShopRite has it right in the middle.
No.
You know what? Because they can close it off and separate it from the rest of the store.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's allowed. It has to be separate from the rest of the store.
Yeah, those wise guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have to be able to. There's certain hours that they're allowed to be open that are different from the store hours, so they have to be able to like not wall it off, but they put like, like at the bank, those ropes that go across.
Ropes.
Yeah.
They put those in front and say, that whole area is closed, and like the hard liquor literally has screens that they pull down in front of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think when I was visiting friends over in Nevada, and it, interestingly enough, when you're out on the strip, you can pretty much get liquor anywhere, but because they've got stores everywhere, but people get licenses somehow. But we were, out area, just a regular town, and the Walmart had a separate liquor store area in Walmart, so it had its own entrance. Like when you were in Walmart, you had to walk through like doors, and there was a separate cashier and everything. So you bought your liquor, but you had to purchase it before you left that little area. And I think it's for the reason you were talking about, Gavin, where they can lock the it at whatever time is required, because Walmart's probably open 24 hours a day, and they can only sell the liquor.
Lock that liquor up.
Or Wegmans is like that. It has a separate, like you have to walk through a doorway to get to, and you can't take it out into the store, to get it checked out. You have to have it checked out in there.
Right.
Holy Jesus. In New York State, we invented Wegmans, and they don't have liquor in our New York State stores.
Oh, really?
This is weird.
Well, they probably adapt to whatever the laws are in the area they open a store.
Yeah.
Same with Costco, because when I don't know, somebody that lives in, here west-ish had said like, wow, your Costco carries liquor. No, like ours doesn't. They have beer and wine, but no liquor.
Mm-hmm.
So, it probably just depends on whatever the state's laws are.
Yeah.
So, Jim had a question, or a story he was going to share, I think, about
Jimmy.
the edge over at
Aura. Yeah, we were
hotel.
Yeah, we were first talking about Big Fatty. Where is he? And he's over at the hotel.
Uh-oh.
Oh. But yeah, when I go over for the fisting weekend, there's a guy that sets up. He's got, I don't know, he has a couple of websites or something, but one of the websites is called Reegur, Reegur, and it's specifically for the fisting crowd. But he sets up a play party in the Edge, and last year when it was new, I'm sorry, that was April. In April when it was new, I was talking to one of the guys from the Parliament. I said, "What's going on? What's with this party?" He's like, "I don't know, Jim. All this stuff has been arriving. benches, leather benches and chairs and all kinds of like living room type furniture. And do you remember what the edge looked like? It was pretty much a crappy old, not crappy, but just a big open space, right?
Right,
This
but didn't
guy
they
said-
convert it into a nightclub?
Yeah, and it was still a big open space. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not a lot. Bunch of lights, couple fog machines, and a DJ booth.
And now it's a nightclub.
That's funny.
Yeah, but this guy set up the whole place, both rooms. This with all these like really neat leather benches and chairs and the whole place just turned into this wild fuck party.
Oh my god.
I mean, it was really, really wild. And I just looked up on the site, and he's doing it again this October.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
You had said that you thought that was kind of neat. I don't know.
I didn't know what to expect. I thought, well, here it is, the middle of Augusta. What's this going to be? Is it going to be like an old oil drum with a pillow on it?
Oh, God.
And it's all set up. It's set up. It really is. I know.
Jimmy,
Ass juicing it up. It's wonderful. What?
Did you say ass juicing it up?
I think you did.
I think you did.
Jimmy, you mentioned in your description somewhere where you were going, but you mentioned Parliament. Is that the Florida Parliament House?
This is the Parliament Resort at the Metropolitan.
Yeah.
The horror hotel.
The Horror Hotel.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Parliament House.
No, Parliament Resort.
Or resort.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the difference at the Metropolis Entertainment Complex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, isn't there in Florida something called the Parliament House?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to know if it's still there, if it's still a thing, and like what the hell was it anyways?
Oh, it was when we went, it was quite a whorehouse, wasn't it, Gavin?
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
I thought we talked about it like maybe a year ago, and somebody mentioned that they maybe were redoing some of it, or it was under maybe new ownership or something. I don't remember, but it seems like somebody was saying it's still there, and fix it up or whatever.
They still have a Facebook listing, so I guess they're yeah. And their most recent update is September the 20th, so they're still going strong.
And they have a price range $64 to $104 based on average rates and for standard room.
Oh my god!
So apparently they're still open.
Do you remember
that was just recently posted. So.
But the Parliament House was a bathhouse, right?
No, it was a hotel.
What?
Yeah, but it was
Florida.
Reminds you of an old like Ramada Inn or Days Inn or whatever.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a house.
And it had a pool in the center, and then there was a nightclub
all over
with the one side, and then there was another little bar, like where they took two of the hotel rooms and just opened them up and made them into a little, like, I don't know, it was like a country western kind of bar.
Okay, so what?
You're talking 20 years ago, so
yeah. So what you're saying is it was a bathhouse that didn't call themselves a bathhouse.
I don't know. It was a
little more expensive.
It was a hotel it was a whorehouse that passed itself off as a bathhouse. I mean, it was a hotel. It was a big cruisy hotel.
Oh, it was great. The back, all the hotel rooms that kind of faced the back, like behind it was like a pond or something. I think it was a swamp, but everybody called it a pond. But all the rooms that were in the back, like people would just leave their windows open and be laying on the bed and the doors be wide open, and they're just waiting for people to come.
Yeah,
but
what was
basically a fuck house?
Right. I was gonna say, aren't those the ones people talk about where you walk around and if the curtains are open, you can when doors ajar, you can just walk in.
Yes, that's the place.
Yep.
Yeah, fascinating. But didn't they also have a component of entertainment where they would bring in entertainers?
Yeah, they have. I remember hearing stories about they had like headlines entertainment come in. I mean, I'm not talking about like Barbara Streisand or something, but they would have like I don't know.
No Barbara Streisand?
No, they would have like low budget kind of entertainers come in. Or
like drag queens nowadays would probably be a draw or something.
More
probably similar to what the Horror Hotel does, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
They would probably have people that are not headliners, but
Right.
I'm looking at their webpage.
They're a big thing, so I would assume that What do you say, Jim?
I'm looking at pictures from their webpage, and it looks like it's all drag queens and strippers. So there's a lot of culture, or it's somebody else's culture. There's not a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Don't expect the sophisticated entertainment or anything.
It's entertainment. It's just a very what I want to say, defined. You don't know. You go there if you're looking for that kind of entertainment.
Right.
Anyways, I don't think anybody goes there for the entertainment.
Well, that's what I mean. It kind of fits the vein of what people who would be there participating in the activities might enjoy.
I don't. You know what? It looks pretty worse. It looks a lot worse than Augusta. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's cleaner. I would say it's definitely cleaner, but I'm looking at the people in the stripper, and it's definitely a place that I would say if you're a beginner stripper would go. Go here to practice, then move your way up to Augusta.
There you go, folks.
They get higher.
The nice thing about it is it's very convenient to like the Orlando, things that you want to go to. Like all the parks and stuff. It's pretty convenient to. So it's not like bordering on it, but it's close enough.
Yeah. When I first
than staying at the resort. So
when I first started going to the Parliament Resort in Augusta, the entertainment at the bar was amateur wrestling.
Ooh.
No.
Really?
Ooh. I mean no, it was horrible. It was horrible. I mean a lot of these guys average between 250 and 350.
Yeah.
And like they were just big and all over the place. And when they went down, man, you heard it.
Boom. Oh my God.
And a lot of the guys were straight, and I didn't see the draw on that. I mean, they had a big wrestling ring and everything in that bar in the air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, see, I would have expected that it would have been the kind of thing that turned sexual. Like they'd be wrestling and then they.
No. Oh, my underwear came off. Oh.
Right.
No, you didn't. Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, how'd you rip that off with your teeth?
Oh my God, you got your underwear stuck in my mouth.
Right.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. Very interesting.
Well, at least, so does that guy have a weekend set up now that the Edge, party happens? Like, is he doing his own weekend?
I don't know. I wonder if he goes around and I'll have to, last time I was, we all went out to eat. We all went out to eat last time after the, like on the Sunday afternoon, and he was with us. And I didn't think to ask, like, does he do this? I think he said he did it just for this event. And now he's doing it again. Like he was trying to get website up and running, and this was a promotional thing for the website, but like his website still isn't up and running yet. I can't figure it out, but he really that man could throw one hell of a party.
Yeah, sounds like he was setting up a mini pig pen in the
maybe.
Oh goodness, a lot larger than the pig pen. One of the biggest draws was
it was okay.
Oh my God, it was a big draw. It was the bar. I mean, the bar was right there.
Right. Yeah.
And there was like 3 or 4 bars for this fucking pit. And like usually by Saturday, my asshole's, I'm done. I'm done by Saturday. And I was kind of upset last time because I knew I was done. I didn't want to just jump in. But I think this time I'm going to save myself a little bit for the Saturday afternoon. And see what
There you
happens.
go.
Now, what
Oh, there you go.
During the afternoon?
Yeah, it was between 3 and 6.
Oh, that's nice.
Because usually by Saturday night, everybody's standing around in the parking lot, laughing and goofing around and playing. Because everybody's pretty much done playing by then.
Everybody's tired and old.
Your assholes are dragging through the gravel in the parkway.
Right. Although at 6, you could still head over to the Capri for the happy hour.
Right. Good old Capri.
Yeah. Well, I never went to the Edge when I was there. We just went to the Capri and got drunk every night.
Yeah, I don't care for the Edge that much. I mean, I'm sure it's a nice, but it's just like, I don't know.
When we were there and I asked about it, I think you and Big Fatty both were kind of like, yeah, whatever, like not.
It's Have you ever been in a gas station?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm talking about a mobile station back in.
It's not that bad, Jim.
No, imagine it's that size. It's all painted black on the inside, right? And it's 2 rooms. Like the garage area would be one room, and the office area would be another one.
Okay.
And now there's a deck around it. Okay.
So did they literally convert a gas station?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Actually, the front room is the gas station, and the back room is an addition.
Yeah. Huh.
And it's big because, like, when you have to go out to pee, like when you go to pee, like there's a door that says restrooms. You're going outside.
Okay.
Outside, but it's within a fenced-in area.
Right.
It takes you around the side of the building, and there's 2 bathrooms.
Oh. I bet nothing happens in there.
Oh no, never.
I have never been in that bathroom
I haven't either. For all the times I've been there, I have never been in that bathroom.
What the hell?
I was saying, every time I've been in that bathroom, there's been at least an inch of water.
Huh?
So it's a very wet bathroom. I don't think you want to. You know what I mean? But
you're sure it's water?
I'm pretty sure it is water. But in the deck on the back, I have seen some wild shit going on back there. It isn't that bad.
Wait, no need to go to the bathroom if you can go about doing your thing wherever.
Well, no. I don't mean wild poopies.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. But I think Toppy was talking about sexual things and possibly going on in the bathrooms. But if you don't need bathroom to do something interesting, then just do it out in the open with everybody else.
Right on the picnic table.
Oh.
No tubs for you, Toppy.
Oh, well.
Those are out in the pig pen.
There you go.
Well, speaking of wild and crazy things, I saw a photo on Facebook, and it was Gavin and Jim's fence with those crazy circular tube things.
Oh, I haven't.
My glory.
Now, how's that project going? It looks really cool. That's all I can say.
Oh, it's going. I mean, I haven't worked on it during the summer because it's too fucking hot. For one, I don't know if the glue would either dry too fast or not dry at all because of between the humidity and the like 90-degree weather. So I've been like not doing anything with it. But now, like I'm working on it. So I was saying to them earlier, it's like it's definitely a labor of love because it's taken me a long time to get it done. But I mean, it looks so neat when it's finished.
Yeah,
because that's only 4 sections, and each full section has 2 sections in it. So that's only 2 full set pieces. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go.
Whoa.
So, I mean, it's taking a while, but I mean, when it's done, it's going to look nice. So,
you know what it evokes in my mind is it has this 1950s aesthetic. Because seriously, there were these ranch houses that came up all over the place in the 1950s, and they would love to have this kind of fence.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
it does kind of go with the style of the house, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I'm trying to look if I have pictures of it.
Oh, that looks great. Look at that one with the chair, and whose underwear is hanging on the lawn?
I was going to ask, it seems like something like this should last just forever almost. Because
it's really sturdy, Jay.
Yeah, like it, I could imagine glue possibly deteriorating, but man, the glues that they use with PVC, that pretty much like synthetically just bond the materials to each other. So
yeah,
I would imagine that thing will stay up, long after you guys are gone. Synthetically just bond the materials to each other. So
yeah. Did anybody?
I would imagine it'll stay up, long after you guys are gone.
Wait.
Synthetically just.
Are we stuck in a loop?
No,
somebody's listening to the stream.
I accidentally hit the button.
God, I thought it was like the Twilight Zone.
I was like, man, I've got one hell of a delay.
I'm trying to find a picture of the.
And he won't shut up, does he? That really looks good, Gavin. I'm so glad you like my ideas.
But we have a disagreement on whose idea this was.
Oh, really?
Jim said it was his idea. We'll just leave it at that.
All right.
All right, you're doing the work. You get all the credit for it. How about? Do you think there's?
No matter what, it looks wonderful. So
have you noticed the dirt laying in the bottom of the ring?
Yeah, but you know what? A simple hose and a squirt of. Every spring, I'll go out there with a bottle of the. What is that?
Fabulous.
Awesome.
Oh, awesome.
That stuff is great for PVC pipes.
Jimmy, did you say fabuloso?
Yes.
That stuff is toxic. That stuff is toxic.
I've never heard of it.
We clean with it all the time.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Oh my God.
Thank God we don't clean that often. But what do you mean toxic? What happened?
It is so strong. The scent is like it'll burn your nostrils out. It says it's lavender scented. I don't know. It's the most acid lavender scent I've ever. Oh my God.
You don't buy that one. We buy the blue one.
No, I do have a purple one.
We do?
Oh.
No, I don't like
know.
I don't like anything
lavender. Toxic scent.
Yeah. Me, anything lavender smells like old ladies. I can't do it.
All I know is it's toxic.
Somebody gave me a cookie recipe that called for lavender.
It called for fabuloso.
It called for lavender, and the guy warned me. He's like, not put more than what they say. Don't ever use more. Otherwise, it tastes like you have dish soap.
Oh.
Hi, Jimmy Bear.
Who?
Oh, we got Jimmy Bear in the chat room.
Would you like to join the call? Let me know.
Oh my gosh, it's been forever.
I know, right?
Yeah, you know what? I forgot all about the porn. I gotta go through the porn.
We got nobody posting fucking porn, or do we?
Oh my God, no! There's tons of porn. Mr. Mike is definitely doing his due diligence.
I was going to say, what happened? Mr. Mike dropped off the face of the earth.
No,
I thought he was
a shitload
there. Yeah,
I have an entire.
Oh my God! Look at that guy getting cummed in his face.
Nice.
Actually, I totally forgot to get into the goddamn chat room. That's why I'm not seeing any goddamn porn. I've been looking at your puss faces all this time.
Why were you distracted by Gavin and Jim?
I don't know.
Here I am. Had I known you were looking, I would have combed my hair.
Oh my God. I got to get onto the chat room.
Oh my God, I like that guy checking on the com.
Mine, Joe in Dallas. I gave him a heads up when New Orleans. I said, hey, everybody knows you have a reputation for knowing all the porn. And I said, I want you to keep your eyes open for with some type of talking other than yeah.
Yeah, like that. I like
it.
Yeah, that's sometimes that's the entire narrative.
You're forgetting to post to YouTube link in the chat room. But Jim, what else did we have on that list? Everything? Did we all talk about everything already? We actually had a list.
Defense update.
Our prepared topics, we hit them all. What about birthdays?
Yes, we did. I have the horror hotel listed separately. I don't know.
Oh, that big fatty was at the horror hotel, I think.
Oh, good for him.
I think that's the only thing that we would bring up about that I can think of. I don't know. Okay.
An entertainment complex.
Well, let's do birthdays then.
All right.
If I can find the... Fuck other birthdays. There it is.
Once a year we celebrate with stupid hats and plastic plates. The fact that you were able to make another trip around the sun. And the whole clan gathers round and gifts and laughter do abound. And we let out a joyful sound and sing that stupid song. Happy birthday, now you're 1 year older. Happy birthday, your life still isn't over. You did not accomplish much.
Okay, I have today. Today I have Christina Hill's birthday. So
yay!
Twitter and let her know happy birthday. On Monday, anybody got anything for Sunday? I got nothing. And for Monday, I have Teaching Thomas. We miss him. I miss him.
Right on. Yeah, he hasn't been on in a while either.
I hope he's doing well.
I think I've seen him on Instagram, and he's been lifting weights.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm on the right week.
What month?
Oh, you know what? That's next Sunday. That's the 29th.
Oh, okay.
I don't have anything for this week.
Oh.
I was saying next week. I didn't notice for this week.
Who the hell's banging?
Sorry, that was me.
Oh,
Jimmy Bear's in an earthquake.
Right. Hey, Jimmy Bear.
I'm making myself comfortable.
Oh, well, that's good. Hi, we miss you.
I missed you guys too.
What have you been up to? Anything fun? Anything dirty?
I'll never tell.
Oh, that's no fun. Have you been to Florida lately?
We're going next month.
Oh, okay.
We went to Rome in June.
Right.
And
oh, cool.
That was really our last big trip.
Now you've been to the Parliament House, right?
No,
in Florida.
Never.
Oh, really? You didn't miss anything. You were talking about it earlier. That's why I asked.
Oh my!
But, okay.
I wouldn't mind going. I'm just saying I haven't been.
Right. You've been to other ones in Florida.
Yeah, we go to the Worthington complex down in Fort Lauderdale a couple times a year.
I was talking about have you been to Disney? You've been to Disney World, right? But
I used to work there.
Okay, did you stay? You stayed in the park when you go, though, right?
Oh, sure.
Oh, okay.
You used to work there?
I did. I worked at Epcot.
Right on.
Jimmy Bear, were you a character?
I was. Well, I'm always a character, Toppy. Always. No, I was a line cook at the Germany pavilion in the UK pavilion.
Oh my god!
Back in 1987.
Whoa!
Nice.
That was what 6 years before Jim and I went. So
it was an internship when I was in college.
Ooh. Okay. Because Jim and I didn't go till 93. I think it was. So. Yeah. 93 or 90, maybe 94. I don't remember. That's the last time. We
How do you like the Worthington?
drove down there twice. That was actually more fun. Well, not more fun, but as much fun driving down there as it was going to the parks. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it
I
was
wouldn't do
fun.
it now.
I wouldn't do it now. I think I can't sit in the car.
Oh no, I would just fly.
Yeah.
Extra day, 2 extra days.
Jimmy Bear, I was thinking about this, the where you had to work, it was a specific location.
Sure.
And it just seems to me wherever you lived and driving there and parking, it must have taken for fucking ever to get to work.
Well, so the college that I went to owned a number of condominiums at a complex in Kissimmee.
Right.
And there were shuttle buses that would pick you up every day at certain times during the day. So that's what you relied on. So it really wasn't that bad. It took about probably half an hour to 40 minutes to get to your park.
Oh.
But, you had to get to the park, and then you had to get into what they called the cast area, and then you had to go to wardrobe, get your costume, which for me were, chef clothes. And it basically you had to leave for work like 2 hours before you had to check into work.
See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Oh God.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
But when I was like 19 years old, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
And you were interning, so it wasn't like, so.
No, it was real work. It was real work.
Oh, no. I know it was real work, but I'm saying it was interning, so it was like an adventure more than
No, absolutely. It was a lot of fun.
I would assume that counts towards your educational. You had to intern.
Certainly did.
Yeah, so.
Nice.
Got my 12 credits. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. What's the behind the scenes kind of stuff like?
A lot of gay men.
A lot of
That's what I get. Yeah.
But
I bet.
I didn't know I was gay then.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh my God. Yeah, no. Such a missed opportunity.
If you could only go back.
If I could only go back, oh my God, I'd be in so much trouble.
I can't imagine. Because when we were down there, it seemed like everybody you met at the resort, the Parliament Resort, everybody you met either worked for Disney or, had something to do with some kind of production that had to do with Disney, or like everything. All the gay men like worked for Disney.
Yep, they worked for the Rat.
Yes.
Yeah,
Rat. I remember.
They worked for the Rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
And it's so interesting that, for so long Disney has not really been pro-gay. Like, they've been really hesitant, and it's only been more recently that they've, I think truly taken a more supportive stance and whatever. But for so long they had, tons of gay men working for them.
I think a lot of companies don't do the gay thing until they absolutely have to.
Well, I think they've always been supportive of the gay community. They just weren't outwardly.
So, frankly, working there back in 1987, again, not being, an out gay person or really knowing that I was gay, I don't mean
you're cutting out.
In you know what I mean? Especially for being a southern state, it wasn't like it was, it was frowned upon or anything.
Yeah, we got most of that. Unfortunately, you cut out.
Want to repeat that?
No, I don't.
We got the gist of it. I mean, basically, they weren't discriminatory.
It wasn't discriminated against.
Right.
No.
Like to me, it seems like so was just kind of ignore it. Right. It was there. They were supportive. They weren't hostile. Right. But they just didn't ever take a public stance on it.
That's right. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Even the what is it they call it? The gay weekend or whatever.
Gay days.
Gay days. Yeah.
That wasn't actually like a thing. It was just a bunch of gays started wearing red shirts.
How long ago did that start?
I don't know the whole history. I don't know. Does anybody here know the actual history?
No,
I don't.
Maybe
as far as I know, go ahead, Jim.
Put a call into Big Fatty.
Oh, okay.
He might
know. As far as I
where's Veritable Research Department? When we need him.
I remember hearing what I heard was basically there were a lot of people that just started doing it, and it wasn't like something that the park was promoting.
Question into Veritable,
but it was kind of like an offshoot kind of thing,
When did I'm putting a question in. When did Disney Gay Day start? Oh.
But there's a lot of really good porn in the chat room right now. Oh my God, Mr. Mike. Oh.
I'm yakking and not keeping up with it.
Oh no, we like hearing your voice, Gavin. Oh my God, look at a guy in the blue baseball cap. Usually his feet that close to the camera turn me off, but look at him.
Look at that dick on that one. Oh my God.
So, Gavin, you have to explain whatever.
Toppy posted a little otter.
There's a guy that's probably about like 6. It's a black and white photo. There's a guy that's probably about like 6'3", and then another guy that's probably about like 5'3".
That's
yeah. And the guy that's 6'3" is built like a brick shit house, and his dick is so big and fat.
How fat is it?
It's Look at the for those that can see the picture. Look at the size of the width of his dick and the width of his wrist.
Okay,
they're about the same.
Oh, good Lord! Yeah, I'm looking. Hi.
Right.
Hi there.
Of course, they're both beautiful. So
that's why they're hanging out together, probably.
Look how low his knee. Okay, never mind.
They're good friends.
Yeah.
Compare their size to the height of the tire.
Oh, VV says the Jimmy Gay Day started in 1991.
Wow.
The more you know.
Further back than I would have guessed.
Was that official with Disney, or was that just a picture?
I don't think it was official with Disney for quite a long time after that.
Right. I want to say that somebody, I don't remember if it was the Pod Is My Co-Pilot folks that talked about it, that at some point the Disney started having themed stuff that they would sell, but that's only been, I think, fairly recently.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
I think everybody knew what was going on and everybody was wearing the red shirts. I think they're, they have specific rainbow, hats and, Mickeys and, whatever that are themed for the day.
Yeah. If you want to know anything about Disney, just go listen to Pod Is My Co-Pilot.
Yeah, exactly.
They are the experts on that. So I think they spend more time with Disney than I spend it with.
Well, they're down there close, so they have that benefit of being able to get. It's within easy striking distance. I wish I was a little closer to Disneyland. It's a good, probably 8 or 9 hours from here, so it's not. Hey, let's hop in the car and do it this weekend.
That's a long trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charming.
California is a big state.
It is. So, Jimmy Bear, how is your hubby, Steve?
He's doing very well. He's
good.
He's sleeping right now, which is why I'm on the call.
Right. Yeah. I know this is normally his nap time, but occasionally we get a little song out of him.
Yes. Yeah, we'll leave him sleeping right now. Yes. No, he's doing well.
Good.
Certainly looking forward to our vacation next month. We haven't had one, again since June. So, it's been a busy summer.
When are you going down?
The 19th.
Oh, okay.
And we're staying for a week.
Okay.
Oh, you'll be home by then, Jim.
we get out of that, we're once in like February, March, and then once in October.
Very nice.
We enjoy it down there. You know, it's a men only place, clothing optional. Just
dirty little whore.
Well, there is, you know, if one wants that little whoring atmosphere, it is there. But, I don't think it's quite like the horror hotel, but in ways it probably is.
It probably, but one of the things I loved about the horror hotel is I was not always looking for something sexual, but it was just nice to be hanging out with a bunch of gay guys and
no chicks, no kids.
Yeah, and no body shaming or whatever. Yep. Like I'm
all
not
that.
the fittest, you know, most attractive guy, but I was hanging out at the pool naked and, you know, just felt totally comfortable and, you know, like everybody's just cool, you know.
That's a nice environment to be in. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whether it's there or exactly. Whatever place that you pick that's like that, it's always a nice retreat to go to.
No chicks, no
minded, and then it was
no chicks, no kids.
Yeah.
Always.
You know, and then later we walked by, you know, after being at the pool, later we walked by a room and the window was open and we all stood and watched and, you know, zippers may have been undone and blowjobs might have been happening outside of the room as well as inside, you know.
These kind of things happen down there as well. Yep.
Yeah. But it was all just very friendly and casual and, you know, social. Very
Absolutely. Absolutely. Balls. Toppy.
What? I'm just repeating what Mr. Mike said in the chat room.
Oh, I have to go check out the chat room.
Balls.
Balls. Balls. Oh,
did he post a nice pic?
Oh my.
Well, let's just say that these balls are battering somebody's ass.
Slapping some taint.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my.
Jim
apparently is stuck on the construction workers today.
Yeah, Jimmy, what's going on there?
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sounds like a good theme.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are all.
I wasn't putting it down.
It looks like the common trailer their pants up. Yeah.
Oh, white trash there, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, is that Cooter?
Yeah. You know, he put that tattoo of the cross on his pec there by himself.
You can tell he smells like armpit.
Hey, no. Well, he has a gold chain, maybe not.
You have to hose him down before you.
Are not spelled right? You know what gets me is look at his pants. The way they're tucked into his boots.
Look at that. Oh, it's like Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Nothing like Peter Pan. I'm sorry, no.
I don't want to grow up.
Yeah. Any other good white trash here? Here we go.
Let's see.
If
Tonight's
anybody
theme,
can
white
find
trash.
it's Jim.
What was that?
I said, if anybody can find white trash, it's Jim.
Oh my! Like this last one with the camo jacket. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
The knees worn out.
Yeah, both.
How'd that happen?
A little easy access on the right hand leg there.
Yeah. Okay, we got another one coming up.
Incoming.
Incoming.
Oh, yes, please. Put that tire down.
Yeah, he's got
Belt buckle. That's a man who was a collector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know that these guys, if they were working on their cars in the 50s, that they would wear their belts inside out so that their belt buckle wouldn't scratch their car when they were leaning over to work on the engines?
Did they really?
Yeah, all the Levi guys, no, they wore their belts inside out.
Usually the belly would cover the belt buckle.
I suppose.
Body shape.
Body shape. Oh.
Most of us here have nothing to talk about. So
here.
Yeah. Implants.
That's why I didn't say anything, because when you were talking about the people at the Parliament House, what the shit that goes on, clothing optional and all that. I was just like, yeah, and it's always the people that should have the clothes off that do. So.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
That's why
you know what? Everybody's comfortable being in their own.
Well, you know what though, I done it too. So when I went for the porn star weekend, I was butt naked, standing right 3 feet from the stage watching. So,
are you serious?
Yes.
But I will tell you, my husband, when we're going down to Fort Lauderdale, within 30 feet from getting in the main gate, he's already got all of his clothes off.
Nice.
He needs
that's just the way he is. Yep.
Some of us just I like being naked. There's something very nice about it.
Absolutely.
Okay, now thanks to Mr. Mike for posting the people that shouldn't take their clothes off.
Let's go back to Mr. Mike. Here we go.
That's just
oh my. Oh, hammer time. Mm-hmm.
What? The dog.
Oh, the dog. Toppy.
That's
oh my god.
That's amazing.
Looks like a loose vagina.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. Triplets.
Syphilis. Oh my. That's not nice.
The triplets, not syphilis.
Triplets.
Oh, triplets. I thought you said syphilis. It's probably either way.
Yeah, they probably all have it. I don't know.
Now can you imagine the smell in that room? Oof.
Well, look at the paneling. It's in good shape. It's probably.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm kind of thinking their mother does a good job of cleaning.
Right. I was going to say, Jim always notices some of the most interesting details.
I do. I always look at everything. Yeah, I'm guys. Yeah, 3 hillbilly looking. I don't know. Guys, early 20s. I don't know.
Well, it's like earlier with the Mr. Mike posted a bunch of pictures of some guy that was wearing like panties and stuff. And the first thing out of my mouth, the first thought in my mind is, what is that pink thing sticking out of his ass?
Yes, I saw that too. What was it?
I don't know. I see that a lot on the campsites.
This is colon.
A lot of because it's
so hot.
I guess they think because it's like small and pink that it's not being gay to have it shoved up their ass.
I don't know. I don't know.
It'll blend in with my pink hole.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something that like straight guys seem to do. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be connected to anything that vibrates or anything. So I don't understand the point of it.
Maybe it's a piercing?
No. It's like this little. It looks like I don't know, a pink Q-tip.
Toppy just posted a peekaboo picture.
Oh,
I love
peekaboo. Peekaboo.
Whoops! It slipped out.
So what's it a picture of, Toppy?
Well, someone's squatting in their little shirts, and well, I guess they're undies. But anyways, this is schlong popped out.
Just dropped out.
And he's very furry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very furry.
Oh,
furry.
Yeah.
Furry.
Straight on shot.
Very nice.
Ooh, what was that?
Time. SpongeBob.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Uh-oh. Mike Mike says the stream is lost in the chat room.
Oh no!
Why would anybody bother listening to us if they've got great porn going on?
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Mike is listening.
That's nice of him. He can multitask. He's talented.
VV's listening. I don't know.
Patty and Adam are on the stream now discussing NOLA.
Oh. Well, we have a competition, I guess. They should come on the podcast here.
Oh no, probably
it's a pre-recorded show. Yeah.
No, it got gummed up, and then when that happens, you got to refresh.
Well, if you remember, there was a thing where they said that they were going to put a time limit on people.
Oh, you know what? That might be it.
So you might want to go over to the YouTube if the stream is not reconnecting.
No, it says right on the main page, Fatty and Adam.
No, but I think things have changed over there at Price 48.
On the hour, he may have only given you an hour, Gavin.
I hear that. I'm not real sure.
Let me redo it and reconnect.
Okay.
And option.
Well, you know what? It's 8:00.
Yeah, I know. But I want to.
And that may be why you got cut off.
Yeah.
Time of the after show.
Oh.
Okay. I am back on the stream.
Okay.
Let's do the say goodbye part real quick, and then that way I can move that to the beginning of the end of the old first recording. So, Jimmy Bear, where can we find you? Jimmy Bear?
I think he's gone.
Oh, where can I just find you at Facebook, James Major?
Okay. Jay, where can we find you?
J.R. Harris 2 on Facebook as well.
Okay. Jim, where can we find you?
#1 Funky Homo on Twitter.
And Toppy, where can we find you? Toppy, you're muted.
I'm here. My God. Holy Jesus. Thank you, Gavin. You can find me at thesmellcast.com. And if I may, just take a moment to announce the beginning of a new live little show, which I will be hosting. And it'll be going over at the neighboring univaz.net. And it'll be every other Friday night at 8 p.m.
Is this your movie podcast?
Yeah, it's called Matinee Minutia, and starring DJ Starsage. I'll be hosting it and moving things along. And anyways, it'll be a nice, interesting experiment. We'll see how it goes, and join us over at univaz.net for that.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna post it later as a podcast, like with its own feed and everything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it will be.
Awesome.
But we'd love you to join us live in the chat room. There'll be plenty of ways to participate.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm interested in this one because it sounds like you guys are going to cover movies from all different eras, and it should be interesting.
Absolutely. And the biggest nerdy McNerd DJ Starsage will be totally nerding out.
I don't know. I've heard some pretty good nerd statistics coming from you too, Toppy. So
I got a few.
All right. And you can find all my applicable links at pokinit1.blogspot.com, including the after show and the YouTube video link and gay porn and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, my.
Blah, blah, blah.
Did Jim say where we can find him?
Yeah. Jim, did
yeah, #1 Funky Homo on
I may have just missed it. You guys are cutting out really bad. They're watching a movie in the other room. So it kills my bandwidth. So
okay.
All right, so you guys
let's say goodnight for the after show.
Cutting in and out.
In olden days, a simple stocking wasn't the thought of something shocking, but now God knows anything goes. Good offers who once knew better words now only use.
Okay, so apparently we have to keep in mind that it cuts me off at an hour, so that's good actually, because no, because if it disconnects me, I can reconnect and it'll.
I'm not sure that you're actually being heard in the chat room, though.
I don't know.
Hold on, let me see.
Did you said you reconnected, right?
Yeah.
The last post from VV is he refreshed, but there's nothing playing.
There's P48 replay.
Oh, what? Hold on.
Oh, Kevin did it wrong.
No, I did, but okay, now it should be on. Doing everything at one time, so
Maybe
trying to keep up with the porn in the chat room, and
it's so
That's a lot.
I used to have help. Everything at one.
You want me to win the porn next week?
No, because I can't rely on you. So.
Oh my God!
You sound like me every day.
Oh my.
Okay, Mr. Mike says you're on the stream.
Okay, no, I got to hit the talk button. So.
Whoa! Okay, Mr. Mike says.
Okay, no, I forgot to hit the talk button. All right. That's all right.
Whoa!
Who was doing that?
Okay, Mr. Mike says.
Okay, no, I forgot to hit the talk. Jim, that's you.
Oh yeah, we're here in the stream now.
That was Jim.
That was crazy.
Okay, anyway.
Cray.
Cray.
Well, Jimmy Bear, it's so nice to have you back.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice to be back. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It has been a while.
We love your little jokes on Big Fatty.
And that has been a while, but he's got such a backload of voicemails
Calls,
that I've been reticent to send one in.
Oh, send them in.
Oh no, he always puts your
Big
on
Fatty has a
Friday. He knows from, so he'll play them.
I know. It's quality, not quantity.
You've got Jimmy Bear, so it's fun to hear yours. I like
Thank
them.
you. Thank you. I enjoy doing those.
Right back.
Yeah.
Aw.
Do such a good job building jokes.
The fat one.
Guys.
Yeah.
No, I'm here.
Oh, there we go.
Just nobody's talking. I think we're all like engaged with
the porn.
No, you were talking. You kind of phased out there, Jimbo.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
I'm here.
Glad you're here.
I know it's boring. I can't even have you guys describe the porn too graphically because I can't play with myself sitting here because we've got the kid in the other room and they're in and out at the barbecue.
Oh, so I can't.
Oh well, when my husband's here, he doesn't mind if I'm playing with myself. So
I like swinging that thing around there now.
Oh my!
What happened to Ed? I wonder.
Ed gone?
Yeah, couldn't join us this week, I guess. Huh?
Well, he's very active on Facebook. He's still around. He looks good. Sounds good. Maybe he just couldn't be here tonight.
Yeah, probably. Maybe he's doing something fun.
This is his birthday weekend, so he's maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. I saw him. He was.
Oh, is that what's going on? Okay.
Probably. Sleeping in.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I wonder what time he has to be up to be on here.
I think he said it was like 7 or 8 o'clock
in the morning.
Morning, yeah.
Whoa.
He was usually just waking up. Same as the Australians.
So is there a particular theme to this week's porn?
Oh, I don't think anything was ever announced.
Mm-mm, it wasn't, but it sounded like construction workers was mentioned at one point. So
okay, or a little redneck, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, of course, the old big dicks always works.
Do you see the shower in the last pic Mr. Mike put in there?
Yeah, let's take a look.
I was in a bathhouse that had that kind of shower, and the 3 or 4 of us were gathered around. Anyways, it was fun. Never mind.
I'm sure
I
you
don't
were
know.
all just getting clean.
Yeah.
Lathering up.
I've been to those bathhouses. Yes.
I don't know. Just sort of reminded me. Haven't been there
of
in
last
years.
weekend.
No.
Days of yore.
Exactly. Days of yore.
Or whatever happened to him.
Yeah.
Oh. Gavin, are you going back?
Gavin?
Yeah, he's like wandering around.
He must have stepped away. Yeah.
Yeah, he stepped away a while ago.
Oh,
refreshing his drink or going to the bathroom.
I don't know.
Wow.
No.
My ongoing experiments with making. Whoa.
That was me. I'm sorry.
My ongoing experiments with making home brewed cider has been interesting. And tonight I had a berry one and a mango one that I made.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they're getting better. There's minuses. I've gotten the sort of the taste that I like dialed in, and the alcohol percentage at 8% seems to be about as high as I want to take it without you lose the alcohol starts to be a little too strong after 8%, and it masks some of the more subtle flavors and like the mango. The thing I've been playing with is you can either put the cider in the freezer right after you brew it or ferment it, and that kills the yeast, and you cut the yeast essentially off. It settles, and then you pull it out of the freezer and chop the yeast portion off like a block of ice.
This sounds like a cure for an STD.
Right.
I think it sounds hot.
And then, but when you get rid of all the yeast, the flavor is a little better because you don't have any yeasty flavor, but it doesn't continue to ferment. And so I'm struggling to come up with a good balance of
yeast.
I like if you just refrigerate and it slows the yeast down, and then the fermentation continues in the bottle, and it pressurizes it, so you get carbonation from the yeast. And so when you open it, you get that. There's something really nice about the carbonation in it, and that that's become my biggest experiment route. How do I get just enough carbonation? And so my next batch, I'm going to try putting it in the freezer for a short period of time and then pull it out and see if it doesn't maybe kill all the yeast, but leave a little bit of carbonation. And so it's fun to try, though.
Quite a bit of science.
And it's just real simple.
Yeah. Now, the cider, there's no apple in it, right?
I use apple juice and then fruit, frozen fruit. So like apple juice and I like the triple berry mix that I get from Costco, and it's blueberry, raspberry, blackberry, and that makes the best cider that I've made.
Isn't it very sweet then?
No, the machine that I've got, you work with it's an app on the phone, and the machine just reports back what's going on. But on the app on the phone, you get to tell it how dry you want it. Oh. So there's a setting called Brix, Brix, and that tells how sweet or dry it is, and you can adjust it to be really dry. And so then it tells you how much sugar to add to it. And that means when the yeast is done eating the sugar that's in the fruit and the juice, it tells you how dry the result will be. And I tend to like things really dry. So my triple berry is a pretty low. When I want to say that one I have set currently at like 6 or 7 bricks, which is a pretty dry. It's still got a little bit of sugar. What I found is without being able to easily get rid of all the yeast, if you make it too dry, the sugar helps a little bit with the flavor.
Oh, okay.
So if they're a little sweeter, the flavor tends to come through a little better.
So you're not squeezing your own apples for this.
Oh my God,
No.
Jimmy.
I could. So the one I'm waiting to try, but I need some spices, and I don't remember. I think it's got fennel and cinnamon and something else. Is I want to try a coffee cider. So they've got a recipe for one that you just literally take, coffee and dump it in the maker and add sugar and add some spices to it and let it ferment with the yeast.
Would it be coffee, or like could you use espresso? Or
I will probably do a whole bunch of espresso because I tend to like it really strong flavored.
Right.
The recipe just calls for drip coffee, but I'll make it with stronger coffee because I tend to like the.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's I'm curious to try it because it's the first one I've seen that's got a totally different base. I did try. I made a mango mead, and mead is just honey, yeast, and water.
That's it.
And I added mangoes to it to mead.
Oh,
because they said you can do berry mead. Was the other one I would like to try pear, but I didn't have any pears. But it turned out okay. But the mead tends to be sweet.
Yeah, I was kind of guessing that. Like I never had mead, but just from what I've heard.
Yeah, I wasn't real impressed. I was like, mead I've heard of, but never had. So I made it, and I liked it. I enjoyed the mango mead was really tasty, but it was definitely when I poured a glass, I would pour just a small glass of it, and it was really sweet.
That the stuff pirates drank.
Sorry?
That the stuff pirates would drink, mead.
That was grog.
I don't know. The alcohol percentage also wasn't very high, so it was like 5.5%.
Yeah,
and
that's
I don't know. I
that's what Harry Potter drinks.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think mead went back to the Greeks and Romans.
Mm-hmm. And
I think it was like popular during the like Dark Ages. No, seriously.
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, and it's simple because it was just honey, water, and yeast makes a basic mead, and you could just let it sit in a cask, and ferment. But
why the Dark Ages would be able to...
right.
That's pretty much all.
The one that I've got in the fridge right now that's been my favorite I've done in a while is just a simple apple cider, and it was ended up at 11.8% alcohol, and it is really good because I did the frozen method where you chop the yeast off, and it's not carbonated, but it tastes a lot like an apple wine, but the flavor is really good, and it's dry, but high alcohol percentage, and I tend to like my stuff to have a kick.
Yeah. I would have never guessed that.
Nah. Well, why waste your time with the other stuff, right? If you're going to drink something that's 5.5%, you're not drinking a whole lot of it.
Exactly.
So I'm looking for the buzz. So I want something that, you know, that's why I like bourbon. Bourbon doesn't mess around.
Well, that's why I like bourbon when I go like on vacations. Like when I'm here at home, it's like the few times I drink, it's just vodka. I don't know. It's like this much vodka to that big glass. So.
Do you have a favorite liquor, Jimmy Bear?
Captain
Rum.
Yeah, Captain.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's your thing.
If you're going to drink rum, you gotta have the cap.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, Captain Morgan's is a solid one.
Captain Morgan and Coke every once in a while. Just I've never had rum like just straight up. I can't. I don't know if I'd like it. You should try it.
I have done it. Drank rum, you know, neat, but it has to be a pretty high quality rum.
Yeah, it has to be a high test, like a really nice aged one, right?
A nice aged one. Yeah, it takes the burn out of it.
Well, that's what I was thinking about that bourbon we were talking about earlier. That's something I would try without a mixer or anything. So,
yeah, you could always either like if you're not a bourbon drinker, don't drink it all the time. You know, putting it on the rocks is a perfectly acceptable way to do it, and it's supposed to help with the flavor. And sometimes people like it when it's a little cooler because the flavor isn't quite as intense.
Yeah, I would definitely put it over the rocks. I wouldn't drink it neat.
What's with the sound for that?
Is it Toppy or is it Jim?
Not it.
Not it. I'm not doing it.
I usually watch I'm flipping around. I haven't been on Facebook all day. So I'm looking at these little videos of puppies and stuff.
You got bored with the porn, huh?
Yeah, I got bored with the porn. But
the puppies.
Oh.
Down in Greece, it's covered in spider webs.
Puppy porn.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm ready for nighty night. So.
Are you?
All right. Me too. I got to get to bed.
Yeah, Jim and I gotta get
all right. Yeah, Toppy, you have to work, huh?
I do.
Tomorrow.
I have to work tomorrow too.
Oh.
Well, Jim every day, pretty much.
Pretty much. Gotta go sell houses. Yep.
Yeah, realtors are whenever anybody needs you, just about, right?
Not a bad thing.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, lots of people need you.
That's right. Absolutely.
The busier you are, the better your life.
Yeah, you get that right.
Well, thank you for joining us.
All right.
Oh, I missed you guys.
I'm glad you're back.
We missed you, yeah.
We're always here.
You guys have a great week.
Cheers, boys.
Good night.
Good night. Cheers.
Everybody.
Everyone, chat room, have a lovely weekend. Thank you, Mr. Mike.
Yes, indeed. Take care, everybody.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.